I've spent $74,686 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 239 days. We've got a couple events today. I got so much content, I don't even know how to fit it in. We've got this new event, this twin stars I want to talk about. We've got the castle battle that happened earlier today, which was like an internal transfer. We've got Journey of Lights, and we got another Gaia. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cover it all. Let's see. Let's get into it and see how far we get. So I think I'm going to start today with the spending, because there's not, thankfully, so far, I get a little reprieve from spending. So let's take a look at that quick. I'm not going to do anything more of the Artisan's Trove. I already explained why. Same thing with the custom pet chest, combat medic, and all those. I will take the daily deals. Oh, 9. All right. That's nice. And I will take my daily claims here. All right. That's all we got to do there for now. And then we'll take a look at the events section just to see what we got going on. We got some pet stuff I can do today and some speeds and some gathering. So I'll just make sure I get the gathering out at least to try to get my last day of points on King of Icefield. We got Wild Brawl, which I did one on camera yesterday, continuing to do that. Battle record. I don't know. Sometimes like this one here, I just try to play around a little bit. Like I just stayed in the middle and let everybody else take the other ones just for fun. And then whoever came in the middle, I attacked them. Just like, get out of my lane. So basically, if I'm not going to take all three of them, then I'll at least, control center basically. So, just having a little fun with Wild Brawl. That's all we got there. We do have Alliance Mobilization coming up tomorrow. So I got to remember tomorrow that don't spend before Alliance Mobilization. I'm telling myself now, let's see if I make the mistake tomorrow like I always do. We do have Castle Battle, and like I said, we rotate Castle in our state. We're down to a top 3 plus our academy, so effectively we're almost run like a top 6 or 7 because LAT has actually like several academies from some spillover that happened. They're kind of like lower power players that they're trying to help out, that type of thing, which is fine by us. It's good for the state, basically. And having the top 3 control things just has reduced a lot of drama and stress. It creates a natural rotation as well. I personally think the more I've learned about this game, you should not have an even number of in the nap, basically. It should always be an odd number. That way certain things naturally roll over. Like when you're trying to rotate castle, you'll get a natural shuffling of the SVS opportunities, because that was a big question at one point. So now we have just this natural rotating that happens because there's 4 weeks between every SVS, but 3 top alliances in the NAP. So that rotation just kind of randomly distributes who gets an opportunity for SVS. So LAT has the internal castle this week. So congratulations, Ying, for being president. And that's kind of a fun thing to do and learn about, all the little things you can do as president. It's kind of fun to experience that for the first time. Let's look at the events section. We've got this twin stars together, twin star adventure event. I want to get into that a little bit. We have fishing coming up, of course, and the rest of the stuff, nothing worth noting, nothing worth talking about really. Let's do the deal section quick. I have no business being in here anymore. I got my epic shards. I'm good. I don't have a reason to do this, so let's turn that tip off so it doesn't bother me anymore. Why is that red dot still on? Oh, because this is free. All right, I get a free one that I'll never be able to use. Fine. Journey treasures. Always do it. Never fail. Because most screens you could just click away, but that one you can't. Oh, sign in and earn it. It's still here on a Saturday, so it didn't matter. Like one of you said, it's tied to your account. Yeah, this is tied to my account. I can't ever fix it, so at least I'll just do the spending on the day with all the other ones. It doesn't really matter where you do it, but I'll just do the spending on the same day. That way I'm doing them all together. Oh boy, here we go. Deadshot. All right, you know what? I am starting to wonder if Deadshot is implemented the same way Mia is, where they're just going to give me a series of... Now, somebody mentioned this to me before. I don't know why they would do it this way, but it could be because the server-side programming model I was explaining before. What you don't want to happen is for, like, if the server side sent the client side what the board looked like, and then it was up to the client to tell the server what you revealed, then just by telling the client what the server side saw, that wouldn't be a good way to program it, because somebody can hack the app and see what was underneath them all, and then you can optimally pick everything but the keys, right? Now, another way to do it is just to have the client side tell the server side, I'm revealing, tell me what's here, tell me what's here, tell me what's here. That's very like a chatty protocol. So, you'd have to keep on going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. In some games, you need to do that, but this one, maybe not. A lot of times you don't want to do that. When you can avoid it, you should avoid it, because it creates a lot of network traffic, a lot of processing power, chattiness, and all this type of stuff. There's no reason to do that. If they just run a simulation on the server and say, here's the progression for this run, like as soon as the board is displayed, here's a progression for this run, it doesn't matter where you actually tap, you're just going to get that progression. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm just going to start going left to right, like I was doing in Mia. And I'm going to do that in Deadshot every time, because clearly Deadshot hates me anyways. So let's see what happens when I use this strategy. All right. Well, this is... All right. I don't know how far this is going to go, but this has already been one of the best Deadshot runs I've ever had. All right. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. Not bad at all. Yes, sir. I'll take it. And guess what? I got another Deadshot run to do. I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'll bet you that this is just implemented the way, like, on the server side, like Mia is. So that progression, I think, just came back from the server side, is what it is. And look at that. Oh, nice, juicy resources. I got some steak and wood. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Deadshot. Deadshot. Let's see. All right, that's the deal section. No, and then we got Journey of Light. Okay, so let's take a minute to look at Journey of Light. I know a lot of you messaged me. You're concerned that I wasn't going to run the planes. That would have been a catastrophic, horrible mistake if I had done that. But if we look at, so I got one more set of planes going out. I got them going out before the reset, so I get just one more set of treasure boxes. It's not much, but it's something. But I did run these out, before the clock restarted, because what you do have is you have a day to do the collection. So this is what the countdown here is showing you, a day to do the collection. Of course, I grabbed all my milestone rewards and turned those into Mithril. Oh, and, all right, I'm going to interrupt Journey of Light for 1 second. Sorry, sorry, but let's take a look at Arena. Look at this. Look at what this dude named himself. I don't know why he's messing with me. This is what he named himself. Hit Popsicle Arena. He's trying to get other people to hit me. Because of this, I was at like 49.9. He has trouble hitting me sometimes, but, and even actually Demon, the higher level power dude that's in here, has trouble hitting me sometimes. Gets 0. But this is what Demon did. I don't understand. I don't understand the logic or what they're trying to do, but like, he basically hit me 9 times of his 10 shots. Hit me 9 times of his 10 shots, which I'm sure cost him gems to do. And diminishing returns, like, this doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to do this. And then I'm able to come back here. A couple people like were at 50.9, got 0 points on me. And I was able to, do what I needed to do. Hunty and I have an agreement and a relationship. Like, we understand. Like, I understand what he's doing. It's no big deal. So those of you who know that we're in the same alliance and stuff and see Hunty in the arena board, don't worry about it at all. We have a good gentleman's agreement there. No, but what I'm worried about more is, like, I don't know. I don't understand. So what I was at 49.9, and if you see now I'm at 50.5. There were a couple people like this Storm dude here, and a couple people at like 50.1. So I pushed a little bit. I used a little bit of Mithril outside of SVS, which I do not like doing. It killed me to my bones, but like, it's just, I'm so close. I'm right there. So I was like, let me just do a little bit. And this is what I did. I got this gear up to plus 99. So it gets the additional hero attack up for exploration, which is useful in arena. And I got it sitting right there for now, and it's ready to go. I was really tempted to go one more level, but I didn't. I showed restraint, and I'm going to continue to show a little restraint. So I used some of that mithril for that. All right, so that's what we got going on there. Let's come back to Journey of Light. Now, you can't see how many chests I got here because it just shows 99 plus. But if we look in the backpack, I think I calculated after. I think I'm back down to something like, I don't know, it's something like 89%, 11%. So that little edge that I had is now gone. It's closer to 90-10, which is the standard expected amount. Let's see though. Oh, and the other thing, a lesson learned. You guys like to see the planes being collected. Now I can see the appeal to it because as the planes collect, when you can see how many prestige chests you get because these little, collection boxes in the bottom will have a different colored chest depending on what type of chests come back. I guess I can see it. I just didn't think it was interesting enough content. It's basically just planes going out, collect. Planes going out, collect. It's like kind of silly. But some of you say that you like it. So in the future, I'll make sure I do it. It'll also keep me honest about making sure I don't forget to do it, which could have been a very catastrophic situation. So we've got some of these pocket watches left over for the next Journey of Light. We've got a set of planes out that'll come back after the reset, and I'll have a little bit more to collect, but not much. It's just a little bit more. And in the meantime, what we want to do is we want to assemble all these common radiants. Now remember, the way this works is assembling common. So first you get a 90-10 split on just the treasure collection. That's 90-10. That's what you saw in my backpack. Then converting 3 common to a radiance is 100%. It's always going to work. You just have to sacrifice 3 and you get 1. So we'll do that. We'll sacrifice 3 and get 1. Then you get a 75-25% split chance of the exquisite to dazzling. So if I get more than like 25% of the dazzling, then I'm doing pretty good. So let's see what this looks like. So here we go. First we'll assemble the common to premiums. And I'll leave that extra second one there because I'll get some more that I can convert later. Then we'll assemble the premium to dazzling, and let's see. So get the calculator out, so I'm good to go. Assemble. So I got 100. Let's see. 3 premium radiants can be assembled into 1. So 128 of these. And let's see. What is that? 99 plus 29 is 120. Oh yeah, I remember it was 128. So then if we take 2,900 divided by 128, that's 22. Whoa, 22%? Is that right? 128 times 0.22 is 29. No, that's not right. 28 times 0.25 would have been 32. So I actually got some crap luck there. 128 times 0.75 would have been 96. So I should have got 96. Like it would have been nice to get like 96.32, but instead I got 99.29. So not very good luck at all. Maybe I should have done it on that day that I was having that great luck with the prestige spinner. All right, and then from there, like you can't do anything more other than claim these. So we'll grab those. And we'll grab these. And then I'll wait for that last batch to come in. I think I'll be able to convert 1 more. It's not a lot, but it's 1 more because I'll get 1 more common radiance, and I'll get at least 1 more common radiance that I can assemble to a premium, and then I can do the 3 premium to an exquisite or dazzling. So I won't show that on camera, but that's 1 more that I have to do. All right, well, that wasn't great luck there, but before I go into this twin event, this twin together, whatever, twin stars together event, let's finish off of this. So let's take a look here. We'll just put some of these in the bank. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. 603 chests. I'm guaranteed to get 6. So it'd be nice to get like, I don't know, 8. But anything more than that is good luck. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I called it. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fine, I'll take it. Maybe I should have said 12 and it would have listened to me and gave me 12. That would have been really good luck, but 8, I'll take it. All right, so that's what we have going on there. And yeah, so let's get into the twin. I do have to do Gaia. You know what? Just so I can have a clean break here. I'll end with VIP, but just so I can have a clean break, let's do Gaia quick. So to do Gaia, we have to do all the hero gear stuff. So I need to give Amos that good gear. I need to give Lynn this good gear. So, and then we need to give, where is he? Logan the next good gear. And then Geronimo gets whatever's left over. And then we got Reyna already. Greg already gets what's left over. Mia. And Reyna already has the good gear. So Philly gets a good gear. Mia gets whatever's left over. Geronimo, Philly, Alonzo. So then Alonzo gets the second best. So that should be it, because Greg has whatever he's got.
Law is the shield of justice.
And it should be everything, right? I think so. And Mia's got what she's got. Mia, Greg, got Geronimo, Philly, Alonzo, third squad, Logan. We got Reyna, Lynn, Amos. Okay. So now we're going to come into Gaia Heart. I don't expect much out of Gaia Heart because I didn't push that much power. But let's see what happens. I did do that one little hero gear thing. So we're going to have Amos, Reyna, Greg. And this gets a 60-40 configuration. Then we're going to have Logan, Mia, and Lynn. And this gets a... For Gaia, I think I'm going to do 54... you know what? I'm going to stick with 48-448. Because I think my stats have been... No, I do have better... Yeah, I'm going to stick with this. 48-448. And then for the last one, we're going to take Geronimo, Philly, and Alonzo. And then we get a 50-20-30. All right. Let's see what happens. Ah, this is a tough level too. Man. Ah, so close. Let's switch this one to 54-3-43. Oh, this is what I like to see. Oh, come on, really? I got bad luck there, that's what happened. Man. Oh, this just isn't happening. Ah, Jesus. Take the wheel. 54-448 or 48-448. I'm just stuck on a tough level. Ah, man. Gonna have to push a bunch more power before I see a movement there. That is a rough level. All right. And I'm sorry I have to do this on camera, but I really need to put this back because that arena situation is very real, and if I leave this like it is for too long, I'm gonna be in trouble. So, gotta stay on my toes with Arena right now. And then we want... where's Amos?
Those who defile ancient ground shall face divine...
And Lynn.
Shots clatter or tunes...
Oh, why do we got... oh, this is why.
The fist of steel or
No.
Amos is supposed to have that.
those who defile ancient ground.
There we go. Amos has that now. And then you can have what's left over. And Philly... you know what? I'll leave that on Philly for now. Philly can have that.
Law is the shield of
Greg.
justice.
Mia.
Hey,
Alright. Think we're looking good now. Alright. So that's Gaia Heart. Let's talk about this Stars Together event. So let's take a look at this. Or Twin Stars Together. So let's first take a look at the sneak peek that came out yesterday, and let's talk about this a little bit. This is going to be an event. It looks like it's an event run like all the others, or any others. It's got this aspect to it that's the Whiteout Survival and King Shot crossover. That's why you see these two different characters, having a friendship across worlds, basically. So you get this little emote that's like a high five. Then we've got team formation. So we got 2 days to form a team. And this is within the same state, it looks like, from what I can see in the game, now that the game is out. And if you read this progression here, it basically says you invite friends, you have 2 days to do it, and if you don't find any friends, they'll add friends for you. Here's the interesting one. Landing on a bomb tile will reward teammates with a bomb capable of hurting Ice Megalodon. Landing on a backup tile will give teammates extra adventure coins. I'm going to show you the event rules that are in the game now, but essentially... it looks like that's the only aspect that's team-oriented, as far as I can tell. The rest of it just looks like a Tundra Adventure style game. So this is what the board is going to look like, but we did see the board on a little animation when the game first played. So, or came out, like on my phone, it just showed this little animation of like a Megalodon coming up through the ice, and you can see him floating through the center there. If you look carefully, though, I want you to look at this really carefully. You see this little thing? That's a chest. He's holding, it's like the Megalodon is holding a chest. So I think the way it's going to play out is you're going to have milestone rewards here. Then there's the Megalodon, a special milestone rewards here that you can only get by throwing bombs at the Megalodon. And the way you get bombs is either by landing on a bomb tile or by crossing or by landing on the home base tile, because that one will give you, and I'll show you the event rules in a minute. But essentially, yeah, all right, so just keep this mental model in mind right now. It, to me, looks like it's a situation where the team aspect of it is just the coins and the bombs. And I'll show you that in the event rules. I'll show you why. But we don't really know until we start playing the game. So I was trying to figure out, should we play with all whales? Should I, as a whale, try to pull someone else along with me to help them out? I don't know. We drove ourselves crazy with this. We ended up just teaming up, as you saw on the other screen, with Lady and Danielle, which some of you from the Discord server know. So we're just going to play the game together. We'll see what it is. But the rest of this game is like kind of the standard fun stuff we get. We're going to have another city skin. We're going to, and this all the event starts in 2 days. So it starts on 8/4 in game time in UTC. Then we got this, the Frozen Sea Travelogue, which is how you earn rewards and with daily missions. And of course, you can spend a little to get more. And it's going to be a dice event, just like Tundra Adventure in a lot of ways. We got the frame. Then we got this Twin Kings of Winter, which is another game that comes out. It's a game like, King of Icefield or any other event. I assume it's going to be just like the other event games that come out. So if it's the standard way, we'll have an opportunity to spend keys and gems and all this type of stuff. So hopefully that will line up with Alliance Mobilization Days. And usually Tone creates really good spreadsheets like this showing the overlap. So hopefully he'll do that. But it should be kind of obvious once you get into it. And I assume this is going to be like the others. Like you only need to place in the top 25 or something to get this. What is that? A name card? So we'll see how that goes. The Polar Shop has Mithril in it. So I'm happy about that, but that's going to require a bunch of coins. So let's see what we can get. And then it looks like there's 2 different city skins, this World Duet and the Ring Rumble, which is interesting there. Actually, it looks kind of funny. It's like, if you look, it's Molly in the ring with, what is that? Snow, one of the pets. So that's interesting. And then Blue Ocean Symphony is just one of the puzzle completers. And then we're going to get the top off benefits with this little march, which I'm not upset about either. And then with the decorations pack, which I think we get, I don't know if it's a different decoration, but we get a different, I get the opportunity to buy them, but it looked like you can get this unless it's a different one. This is the world. Let's see. This one is Crossroads of Worlds decoration pack. And what was the other one? Because there was another one you get for just unlocking it, but I think it might be the same. Yeah, it looks like it's the same. Yeah, that looks like it's the same to me. So maybe we're just going to get an opportunity to buy additional levels as well, because it looks like it's the same island decoration. All right, that's what they advertised to us. Now we come in the game, right? And there it is. Yeah, it's Crossroad of Worlds, so it's going to be the same thing. And probably we're just going to get an opportunity to buy more as well. There's probably going to be a pack that allows you to buy more, and usually they come with speed ups and stuff as well. All right. So this is a team I got going on. We got Lady, Danielle, and me. And we'll see. It looks like what the event rules are. And if you look at the event rules, this all looks very much the same as what we saw in the screenshots. But if we look at the event rules, I'm going to kind of skip all of them up until like, I think 6. Because if you look at them, the only thing that there is like, you got this team aspect, but everything about this game looks like it's an individual game. So like, first, you got to form a team. Once formed, they can't be left. They can't be left. Number 2 is, you roll the dice, determine the number of steps, etc. And all these other things. This is just Tundra Adventure. We know this game already. Then we get to, and then 5, like you landing on a tile will grant +1 XP. So the tiles upgrade, right, as you go around. Then we look at landing on a backup tile. Now, here's where we are at number 6. Landing on a backup tile will award adventure coin times 100 to the adventurer, plus adventure coin times 50 to any teammate at the same position. So whenever somebody is at that same position, you'll get, they'll get 50 coins and you'll get 100. So you'll get 100 coins and they get 50. So that's kind of interesting aspect there. I don't know how the interaction is between the teammates is going to be. Like, are we going to see an indicator that somebody else is there? Are we going to see, is that why we have the 2 bears? But there's 3 players on the team. So are we going to have 2 different places? Like, I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe it's just we're not going to know and it's just going to give it to them or something like that. Or it's going to show, because if you saw it had like these 2 little icons on the left, like placeholder icons. Maybe if you tap on that, it'll show you where they are. I don't know. We're going to have to see how that works. But that's a team aspect right there, the adventure coins. The other team aspect is landing on a bomb tile gives you a treasure reward and directly inflicts 200 damage on the ice megalodon, while giving each teammate a bomb dealing 100 points of damage to the megalodon. So you get a treasure reward on the bomb tile and an instant. So it's kind of like the same as one of the other treasures that we got in the Tundra Adventure. So you get a treasure plus 200 damage on the ice megalodon, and then your teammate gets a bomb that they can use to deal damage to the megalodon. But note that the damage inflicted on the megalodon by each adventurer is counted separately. That tells me that your megalodon counter is going to be your megalodon counter. It's different than the teammate. So you still got to run that up on your own, but they'll have their own counter for it, and you'll have your own counter for it. So, and I don't know, like it showed /200. I don't know how many it's going to take to get, the reward. But it clearly looked like that was a reward chest at the end of that progression. I don't know if you can cycle it multiple times or what. Or if it just takes like, maybe you get 1 point for every 200 damage. Maybe that's the way they did it, something like that. Or 1 point for every 100 damage. I don't know, we'll see. Passing the starting tile grants 2 random item tile rewards and +1 XP to the tiles. Landing on the starting tile grants 3 random item tile rewards and +1 XP to the tile. So, and also launches a bomb at the ice megalodon. So landing on the starting tile, just like in the Tundra Adventure, is kind of like the grand prize in a way, because you get 3 random item tile rewards plus 1 XP to the tiles, which you'd get for passing it anyways, and you get another bomb at the Ice Megalodon. So it doesn't say a treasure, but it says, you know, 3 random item tower rewards. So you're going to get like 3 rewards anyway. So, and then during the event, you'll obtain rewards of different tiers based on total points you have gained from your dice rolls. Now, because it says you have gained from your dice rolls, I think it sounds like the different tiers are just the way the tiles on the board get the plus XP. So as you get plus 1 XP, the tiles will upgrade at some point, and that's why they'll go from like, you know, they'll go all the way up to gold, I think. If you play it enough, if you're playing like as a whale, they'll eventually end up going up to gold, and then when you land on them, you get even more stuff. So, and at the end of the event, the unused dice are going to be converted into resources. Now, they don't get into this, but I fully expect that this is going to be just like Tundra Adventure, where, can I show? No, they don't let me show it either, do they? No. Yeah, I can't show the game board either at this point because they're just showing this now. But they did show an animation with the game board when it first came out. So they're going to have, I think they're going to have, there's no reason to believe they wouldn't have the illusion dice or the equivalent of them to be able to pick your own, you know, but you're only going to have them a limited number of them. I assume we're going to have those as well, but we'll see. This is the event we have. This is the event we have. There's all the creators and everybody who's playing this game is trying to figure it out. Tone and I were talking about it a little bit. I was talking about this with some other veteran players and stuff. We were all kind of theorizing what we thought it was going to be. But I still don't know what the team aspect of this is. So it could be just a bad translation, like they're not telling us something that's important here. The only team aspect I see of it right now is the sharing of coins and the sharing of bombs to help each other in that way. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think, as far as I can tell from everything that's said, there's not going to be some like team ranking competing against other people and stuff. I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe there will be a team reward track or something as well. We're going to have to see. It's a new event, so we got to play it together and see what happens. That's all we got. All right. Let's see what else we got. What else did I miss? I didn't do anything extra with experts. I didn't do anything extra with pets. We do have to, and I didn't, we're War Academy. I'm not converting anymore. So my commissions are all done and I'm not converting anymore. I will continue to just do a little bit of research just so it doesn't have to burn as many days, if given the opportunity to use stuff. We did Gaia Heart. So I think that's it. There's nothing else to do, I don't think. Let's make sure. Yeah, that's all we have to do for tonight. So, of course, the standard grindy stuff I'll do, but we'll take a look at the VIP next. Oh, let me just take care of the black backpack again now that everything is cleared out or done. So, take the Labyrinth treasure. That's a nice bunch of XP, gear XP. And another island decoration. Nice. All right. And like I said, we'll do the rest of the Journey of Lights when that comes back. And the Mithril is, you know, we're putting some in the tank, but not as much as we need to. So, you know, I'm going to end up needing to spend some money on Mithril this SVS. There's no two ways about it. I know I'll get a little bit, I hope I'll get a little bit from this event as well, but that's about all we got there. All right, let's take a look at the VIP section. And did I get everything in the bank here? I think I did. I don't know. Let me see what happens if I give this a couple spins. Let's see what happens. Hey, all right, 2,600. No, don't want those. 2,200. Take that. No, we don't want those. 2,000. I'll take that. What are we getting, a 50-50 luck here? That's almost 2,000. No. All right. I'll leave it there. Got just a little bit more, but I'll leave it there for now. All right, and then Prestige Shop. You know, I had this conversation yesterday, so I'm not going to have that again. Look at that. I'm still 37.2 million more points away from it. That's just the needle's not moving. I'm sorry. The needle's gonna move though, because I'm pretty sure if this is a Tundra Adventure event, I think we have 6 days. If I recall, we can spend on it daily. And we're gonna have 6 days, I think it's 6 days, of spending 189 per day. So on that event alone, it's quite a bit of money. What's it gonna be, like $1,100 or something like that? Let me see. 189 times 6, 1134. So that's that event alone if I buy it out. And I probably will, because the rewards that it gave me last time were actually pretty good once the board got upgraded. And it was kind of a fun event to play in that regard. But that's all I have for tonight. I do have a lot going on where I'm going to be, recording some more stuff for the Unshielded show. I'm going to be doing a trivia in the Discord channel again soon. So make sure you get yourself registered. Do a little bit of talking in that community so that you can become eligible for Frost Star giveaways, and come and hang out with us. It's going to be it's a fun event. It's based on my content. A lot of people have fun with it. It's 25 questions, and you have yourself a shot at winning some Frost Star. So make sure you check the link in the video description to come and join the Discord. Start chatting so you can get yourself eligible for Frost Star giveaways, because it takes a little time to do some chatting with folks. You gotta have to like organically chat with folks in the Discord to be able to earn that privilege of getting those types of rewards. And the final thing, it is so critical. I have 7,000 subscribers, but I don't get 7,000 likes on these videos. I get 7,000 to 10,000 views on these videos, but I only get like 100 likes. It's super simple. If you really want to help me, all you got to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.